Have you ever felt stuck in your trading journey? Do you keep making the same mistakes no matter how much you study? This is not just bad luck. It is a sign you are moving through emotional stages. Every trader must go through them. Understanding these stages can change everything. This might be the breakthrough you need. Today's video is a game changer. It is for traders who are serious. We are going to explore 5 stages. These are stages every trader faces. They are not just theory. They are real emotions and real psychology. Every trader goes through this journey. It starts with excitement. It ends with emotional control. Whether you are a beginner trader or already experienced, you will relate to these phases. You will understand where you are now. You will also know how to move forward. You will gain clarity and confidence. You will trade with control. We are not talking about indicators. We are not talking about strategies. This is the inner game. These are mindset battles. They decide who breaks down. They also decide who breaks through. Let us begin right now. In the first stage, we talk about excitement and overconfidence. This is the psychological high that can cost you big in the beginning. Trading feels like a rush. The screen lights up with opportunity. Charts move, profits flash, and suddenly you feel like you have found your calling. This is the excitement phase, a powerful emotional state where hope and confidence soar. It is common, even natural, for beginners to believe they have unlocked a secret path to financial freedom. What fuels this phase? Usually, it is a few lucky trades. Early success, even if it is accidental, tricks the brain. The dopamine kicks in. It feels like you have figured out the game. But here is the catch. This confidence often has no foundation. It is built on short-term wins, not on skill or strategy. And that is where the danger begins. This excitement often transforms into overconfidence. Traders start taking bigger risks. They begin ignoring stop losses completely. They also start using excessive leverage. Why does this shift happen? Because they believe they cannot lose. They feel invincible and untouchable now. They forget that the market punishes ego. The market never rewards blind confidence. This stage is extremely deceptive and dangerous. It feels empowering and even exciting, but it is built on illusions. The market appears friendly and predictable, but in reality, it is not. The trader walks into a storm. They do it without an umbrella. They do not see the risks. They only focus on rewards. What makes this phase dangerous? The overconfidence stops traders from learning. They stop questioning their own decisions. They begin confusing luck with skill. And when a loss appears, they panic. That loss always shows up eventually. They are never prepared for it. The emotional crash hits very hard. It arrives fast and without warning. This phase may feel thrilling and powerful, but it is extremely dangerous too. It is like standing on a cliff. Your eyes are completely closed. So what is the real lesson? Learn to recognize early excitement clearly, but do not let it control you. Feeling passionate is a great thing, but passion must meet reality always. Risk management is not just advice. Discipline and self-awareness are also essential. The traders who succeed are the ones who move past this phase without burning their entire capital. They understand that emotions cannot be the captain of their ship. Strategy and control must take the wheel instead. If you are in this stage right now, enjoy the journey as it unfolds. But be cautious and stay alert because the real game begins after the excitement fades completely. In the second stage, we talk about frustration and loss. This is the emotional crash that breaks most traders. After the high of early wins comes the harsh crash of reality. Trades that once worked now fail. Strategies you trusted start falling apart. This is the frustration and loss phase where the emotional roller coaster begins its steep descent. It feels painful, confusing, and exhausting. For many traders, it is the first time they truly question themselves. They wonder if they are cut out for this game. The losses feel deeply personal. It is not just money being lost. It is also your confidence disappearing quickly. Your identity as a rising trader takes a serious hit. You replay your trades in your mind. You wonder what exactly went wrong. Was it a bad entry decision? Did you miss the right exit? Or was the market simply unfair to you? That mental noise becomes very loud. The frustration grows with each loss. It does not just come from the market. It builds from inside your own mind. Here is the truth about this phase. It is completely inevitable and unavoidable. Every trader, without exception, goes through it. This is because the market is not easy. It is not a simple system you crack. You cannot just walk away rich without effort. The market is dynamic, unpredictable, and emotionally demanding. This is the stage where most traders eventually give up completely. They either blow up their trading accounts or they walk away feeling totally defeated. But here is the turning point, the shift that separates amateurs from those who evolve. The successful traders do not just sit in their frustration. They take time to pause and reflect carefully. They ask themselves, what did I miss exactly? They begin to realize it was not just bad luck. It was a lack of preparation and proper planning. It was poor risk control and impulsive entries. They start to recognize their weaknesses clearly. They no longer see them as personal failures. They begin to treat them as useful feedback. And that mindset becomes the beginning of real growth. Losses will always hurt emotionally and mentally. That is a normal part of the process. But losses are also the market's way of teaching important lessons. Every red trade carries a hidden message. If you are willing to look at it without ego, the truth becomes clear. Every moment of frustration is a serious test. It is not just a test of your strategy. It is a test of your mental resilience and emotional discipline. This stage will tempt you to quit everything. It will whisper lies in your head. It will tell you that you are not good enough. It will insist that the market is completely rigged. It will try to convince you that success only belongs to others. But if you hold steady and stay committed, if you use the pain as fuel to grow stronger, this phase becomes your foundation for mastery. Because every great trader has been broken at least once. But they use that breaking point to rebuild themselves even stronger. In the third stage, we focus on searching and learning, when the real work truly begins. After enduring the emotional hit of losses, the trader stands at a difficult crossroads. They must decide whether to quit or to learn and grow. Those who choose to stay enter the most transformative phase of their journey, searching and learning. This is the moment when illusions begin to fade and real self-awareness finally begins. You no longer chase easy money anymore. Instead, you start asking deeper and more important questions. Why did I take that trade? What was I thinking when I exited early? Why do I always freeze when I see a red candle? These questions no longer come from frustration or anger. They come from genuine curiosity, and that is incredibly powerful. This stage is about digging in and committing fully. Traders start reading books and watching educational videos. They backtest strategies and journal every single trade. But more than anything else, they begin analyzing themselves deeply. They realize trading is not just technical. It is deeply psychological as well. The edge is not in finding the perfect setup. The edge is in controlling your behavior around that setup. You start identifying patterns not just in charts, but in your own reactions too. Maybe you revenge trade after a loss. Maybe you panic exit winners too soon. Maybe you hesitate when the setup is clear. Suddenly, you are not just studying the market anymore. You are studying your own psychology. It is also during this stage that traders often fall into the trap of strategy hopping. They think the answer lies in the next indicator or the next YouTuber's secret method. But eventually, they realize the problem was not the strategy. The problem was themselves all along. Discipline, patience, and confidence become the real tools you begin to develop now. The learning does not stop with charts either. You start valuing journaling and reviewing your trades weekly. You practice mindfulness and work on reducing emotional triggers. This is where you build your own trading process. It is something personal, repeatable, and rooted in logic, not in emotions. Yes, it can feel overwhelming and slow, but it is real progress. This is the grind that filters out 90% of traders. Those who push through come out more focused and more grounded, because in this stage, you stop searching for a magic fix. Instead, you start building your own trading identity. Here is your text, fully TTS, friendly, with no sentences shorter than 5 words, no hyphens, and proper punctuation. In the fourth stage, we focus on consistency and confidence when everything finally starts to click. You have survived the excitement. You have been humbled by losses. You have studied relentlessly, tested many strategies, and faced your fears head-on. And now, something begins to change. You start winning, not by luck, but by careful design. Welcome to the consistency and confidence stage, where all your effort begins to show real results. This phase does not come with fireworks. It is quiet, steady, but very powerful. For the first time, you are not trading from emotion. You are trading from process. You have built a system that works, not just technically, but emotionally as well. You trust your rules. You respect risk. And you finally understand it is not about being right. It is about being consistent. Trades do not scare you anymore. A red trade is just part of the plan. A green one is nice, but you do not celebrate too early. You are not chasing highs or fearing losses. You are focused, grounded, and professional. The biggest shift in this stage is self-belief. Not the blind confidence from the first stage, but a calm and earned trust in your ability. You know when to enter a trade, when to stay out, and when to walk away. You accept drawdowns without spiraling out of control. You follow your system even when it feels boring, because you know boredom is better than blowing your account. And with this consistency comes confidence, the real kind. Not loud or cocky, just solid. You feel in control. You no longer need to ask, will this trade work? Instead, you ask, did I follow my process? That is the mindset shift that changes everything. But here is a warning. This stage comes with a hidden risk called complacency. Once traders find consistency, they sometimes ease up. They stop journaling, skip reviews, or break rules just this once. And that is dangerous, because the market has a way of humbling those who forget the basics. So the real challenge here is staying consistent. Not for a week or a month, but long enough to turn trading into a long-term career. This stage is your reward for the pain, the patience, and the discipline you have built. It is proof that you are no longer reacting to the market. Instead, you are working with it. In the fifth stage, we reach mastery and emotional control, where the mind becomes the real edge in trading. Reaching this stage is very rare. Very few traders actually make it here, but those who do operate very differently from others. It is the stage when emotional control is no longer a daily struggle. Instead, it becomes completely second nature to you. You do not chase trades anymore. You do not freeze in fear at any moment. You do not doubt yourself after every single loss. You simply show up each day, execute your plan, and let the process unfold naturally. The chaos of the market does not shake you anymore at all. This happens because you have learned how to stay centered and calm inside. Here is what makes this stage so powerful and unique. You have stopped trying to control the market itself. Instead, you control your response to every situation. That is the true edge. That is mastery. You understand that losses will always happen in trading. You do not fight or resist them. You accept losses with calm and composure. Losses no longer feel like personal failures to you. Instead, they become valuable data, honest feedback, and a natural part of the game. This mindset allows you to stay clear and focused when others are panicking around you. It helps you step back when emotions run very high. It keeps you disciplined when everyone else is chasing noise and distractions. What is more important, you no longer need the market to make you feel something. You are not trading for a dopamine hit or to prove any point to others. You are here simply to execute and stay sharp every single day. You have detached yourself completely from outcomes and attached yourself firmly to performance instead. That is where true confidence lives. It does not live in winning streaks. It lives in knowing you will stick to your process, whether you win or lose. By now, You have built strong routines that support your mindset perfectly. You prepare carefully before every single session. You journal without fail every day. You review your trades honestly and openly. You meditate, walk, reflect, or do whatever it takes to protect your mental space consistently. You understand that your mental capital is far more valuable than your trading capital. At this stage, trading is no longer a dream for you. It has become a true profession. You treat it with respect, discipline, and a clear long-term vision. The emotional highs and lows are still present, but they do not control you anymore. You have trained your mind to stay calm even in the worst chaos. That is mastery. And here is the real beauty of it all. You are never truly done learning or improving. Even at this highest level, you continue learning, growing, and refining your edge constantly. Because in trading, the ultimate goal is not perfection. The goal is complete control. So friends, now you have seen the full journey. It goes from the rush of Stage 1 excitement to the calm confidence of Stage 5 mastery. Every trader goes through these stages at some point. It is not always easy. In fact, it is often painful. But if you stay honest with yourself, keep learning, and manage your emotions well, you will grow steadily. The key is not to rush the process. The key is to respect the process fully. Ask yourself this question: which stage are you in right now? And what do you need to focus on in order to reach the next level? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear about your journey. If this video helped you understand the mental side of trading better, then please like the video. Share it with someone who really needs to hear this message. And subscribe if you have not already done so. Your support means a lot to me. It keeps us going to bring you more content that truly helps. And remember this important fact: in trading, the real battle is never on the screen. It is always in your mind. Take care of yourself and stay disciplined.